What's up friends, glad to have you guys back to another video where I simplified the details to help you make the right purchase decision. Today we have the mug that you see at Apple Store, at Starbucks, at Best Buy, and of course on Amazon. It is the temperature controlled mug by Ember. And what this is that it has a heat plate on the bottom over here that heats up your liquid here to the maximum of 62.5 degrees Celsius. Now it can maintain any temperature in between that, so you can keep your drink at its optimal temperature, or the one that you like, for at most an hour. So yeah, that's basically what it is and what it does. And oh, I forgot, it costs $80 in the US and $109 Canadian. That's a heck of a lot for a good looking mug. Or any mug in that case. Well, I do have to say that this is a luxury item and it's really useful for people who make their coffee but attend to something else, like if you're going to a meeting or something else comes up. If you're a newborn mother, that's a really good case, because you know when you have your baby and they start crying, you gotta do that first. That's priority. And when you come back, you find that your drink is not hot anymore. And this is useful for situations like that. But if you're someone who gulps down their coffee in like less than half an hour anyways, you don't need to watch this video anymore. This isn't gonna be useful for you, and you're welcome. But if you are interested in this, I'm gonna go over the top 3 things that I love about this cup and the top 3 things that I kinda hate about this cup, so that you can find out if this is in fact the right cup for you. So the first reason why I love this cup is because of its overall design and the looks and all that. It is the most minimalist, aesthetically pleasing cup that I've ever owned. It is beautiful. It fits my hand very well. The handle is very sturdy. There's really nothing bad you can say about the design. It's made of a stainless steel coated with ceramics so that it keeps the temperature or something. I'm not really sure about that part. But on the bottom, as you'll see here, is the part where it charges up and heats the cup. And this is the part that got me. It looks so mesmerizingly premium. And it also has a very premium feel to it because it is quite weighty, as the hot plate and the battery is placed on the bottom of the cup, leaving you with only this much room for your liquids, which I'll talk about more later. But with all that being said, you're not gonna have to worry about the design and quality. You're gonna know that it's a premium cup from the moment that you pick it up. The second reason why this cup is awesome is because it does what it's supposed to do, and it's smart. Now let me break that down for you. So with the temperature control, it does maintain the temperature that you choose for at most 1 hour, and I'm someone who really likes my drinks hot. Like my coffee, I like it steaming hot, and my hot water. But at first I did wonder how hot it would be, because I mean 62.5 degrees, who knows what that is. And the best way that I can describe this is that at that temperature, your drink inside the cup will be steaming, and it's just hot enough so that when you sip on it, it won't burn your mouth, and it's still hot. But if you do take a whole gulp in your mouth, it will burn your mouth. And of course, if your mug runs out of battery, you can put it on your hot plate and it will charge itself for a long time. But you know what? It does need to be connected to this cable. It's not powered by a USB of any sort, so that is a bit frustrating, which I'll talk about later. And the smart features that this cup has is that when you pick it up, you'll notice that it lights up. And this is really cool because when you put it down, it knows it's not in use, so none of the power is being used. But when you pick it up, it shows your personalized color of choice. And this is useful because if you have multiple of these cups, you'll know instantly whose is yours, right? And that's how they get you to buy more of these. Anyways, the smart feature that really impressed me is that it actually detects if there's liquids inside the cup or not. So when it's empty like this, it knows it's not supposed to be heating up. That's cool. But when you pour water into it, it starts heating up only if it's above a certain temperature. So if you pour cold drinks in it, it's not gonna heat up because it doesn't want to waste the battery that has to bring it from all the way from like 20 to 62. And of course you have the app. Inside you can choose the temperature and certain presets for green tea, coffee, or anything that you choose. But in my experience, I don't really like using the app. It does notify you when your drink has reached a certain temperature, but it's really finicky and sometimes it disconnects, and I just don't use it much at all. But the good news is that when you do choose a temperature, it saves it in the cup so that you don't have to keep going in the app to select the same temperature. Anyways, the last thing that ties all of this together is the user experience of the cup. So I found that when I was using it for the past week and a bit, it really slowed things down for me. I don't have to like make my coffee and then drink it right away. I can pour my coffee in, leave it somewhere, and then read my book, write my journal in the morning, or do whatever the heck I want, and then come back and still be like, You know? You can enjoy your drink without rushing to finish it. And the weirdest feeling it gives you is that you have enough time. So it's kind of like that movie with Justin Timberlake where currency is your time, and rich people have a lot of time. They're not in a rush, they're not always running around, they take their time doing things. And in this case, you're taking your time, enjoying your drink, reading a book, playing on your phone, and stuff like that. So with that being said, again, it's a luxury item. You're paying for the feels. So if you are interested in this, listen to my 3 things that I hate about the cup. The first thing is that the size, it's actually quite small. It only holds this much amount of liquid, which I have a demonstration. So if you were to pour liquid inside your cup, this is how much liquid you would get. It is 293 milliliters. So when you fill the cup the whole way, and I have a Starbucks cup right here, a little clear plastic cup, and when you pour it in, bam! Ooh, look at that clean pour, no dripping at all, no waste. This is how much liquid you will get. Oh, my face is so weird. Anyways, for myself, this is just like a very small cup of coffee for me. I actually drink double the amount in the morning because I need that energy. The thing is that when I make my coffee, I actually have to pour this in here like this. That's good, okay? That's good. And it cools it down to the temperature that I want so I can drink it, but the remaining coffee gets cold. And when I pour the second round in, it's actually at like 47 degrees, and it takes a lot of energy for this to bring it back up to 62.5 degrees. And because of that, the battery drains a lot faster. So for my use, I only get around 30 minutes out of the cup. And really, to be honest, that's not a long time. You're gonna be like, sip, 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 and be like, oh my god, it's out of battery again. But again, you can always use the charging plate like this and charge it for as long as you want. But the thing that you have to notice is that when your cup is out of battery, the plate does warm up your drink, but it will not charge your battery at the same time. So whenever you take it off, it will start cooling down. And I mean, that might be something that's not a big deal to you because you might be at your desk the whole time, but I mean, I take my drink everywhere, you know? And that leads to the next problem. It's nice that they give you one hot plate. It works really well, and I find that it works best in the kitchen because right after you wash your cup, it's clean and everything, you just place it on the hot plate and it will charge for the next day so that when you pick it up, it's ready to use. But I mean, if you're someone who has the plate at their desk, it's gonna be a habit change for you to wash your cup and then bring the cup back to your desk. And yeah, it's something that I had to get used to and I wasn't too happy about. I think you will need to get 2, one at the kitchen and one at your desk. But I mean, I might just be lazy, I don't know, but that's just something I noticed. And of course, the last thing that I hate about the cup is the price. In the end, it's just a cup. So if you are someone who finishes your drink really quickly in under 30 minutes, don't get it. But I mean, if you are someone who walks away to a meeting or doing other things and coming back to find that your drink is cold and you become unsatisfied and that ruins your day, then I would highly recommend this to you. And I do have to admit that this has been my most used cup since I've got it, so I do believe that if you use something every day and use it a lot, it is useful, and if it's useful, it is worth it for you. And as my friend asked over here, what is the point of life? Well, for myself, I don't know about you, but it's all about finding the things that you love and then honing in on those things. So simplifying and enjoying your life every day. And I mean, that's the theme of this channel. So I really hope I helped you guys decide whether or not this is the right cup for you or not. And I mean, if you have any questions at all, please comment below. I'd love to help you guys out. And if the video has helped you in any way at all and you want to see more videos, please like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and turn on the notification to get the latest updates about my channel from YouTube. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye! Okay, the other thing that you might have on your mind is that the Ember comes in this cup and a travel mug size cup. And which one should you get? For myself, I usually just drink this inside in the house and or at the office, so this works best for me. But if you get the travel mug, it's like almost double the price. And at that price point, I don't really think it's worth it. Because if you get a normal thermos mug, it will maintain your heat for a really long period anyways. The only benefit of getting the Ember travel mug is that it reduces the temperature to the desired temperature that won't burn you. But don't get me wrong, you you're still getting a very premium product. I've held that mug before, it's very weighty like this one, but there's just something about this one that's more minimalesque than the other. So that's my take on it. I hope that helped, and bye.